What is going on, everyone? Happy Friday. So it seems like some sort of bull run is now getting started. So if you are now joining this stream right now, I hope all of you are having a wonderful day. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, depending on the time you're watching. Happy Saturday, happy Sunday for all those that do go ahead and watch this content pre-recorded. I do encourage all of you, if you could make it, go ahead and join us live if you can. We usually typically go live Monday through Friday around 11:30 to 12 a.m. PST. So it just really depends. It's Sunday we also go live as well. Saturday is kind of like my only day I take off, but in reality I really don't. I'm still working on the back end stuff. And if this is a meme coin season or altcoin season or Bitcoin season, because we are seeing a lot of bullish momentum into the market as we've been talking about, I will be stepping up the numbers as far as streaming. So let me go ahead and double check if I am officially live. If I am live, go ahead and smash that like button for me, and most importantly, go ahead and let me know down below that we are officially live. Welcome. I see one viewer right now in the chat. So let's see. So it looks like I am officially live right now. Go ahead and comment down below. Let me know if the sound is good, music's not too loud. Go ahead and let me know down below. Awesome. So it looks like everything's up and running smoothly, so that's good. So we're going to go ahead and start off with the market. We're going to go ahead and analyze what's going on with Bitcoin. Is there an altcoin season starting, meme coin season, and what we could go ahead and be looking forward towards this weekend, and most specifically this next week. So very excited. You know, a lot of good things are going on right now in the market, and you definitely do not want to go ahead and miss out with what is going on. If there is, you know, if this is the bullish scenario that we've been talking about and waiting for, then we are literally in good hands. You know, I do expect a lot of volatility coming in, as we have been seeing these last couple days. You know, literally these, I think since the beginning of October towards the ends of September, we began to see a lot of volatility coming into the market, and I started to see that a little bit more as well with the YouTube analytics, you know, so that always gives me a better indicator of how the market and how retail is feeling overall, and it is actually feeling really well. So before we do go ahead and get started, go ahead and smash that like button for me. I do see a few of you right here on chat. If you are now tuning in, go ahead and smash that like button and go ahead and comment down below any other project you want me to go ahead and talk about. So let's get it started. So for all those that want to go ahead and support the channel, this is my preferred platform, MEXC, to go ahead and trade. Currently giving all the way up to $20,000 in sign-up bonuses by using my MEXC link down below. Literally no KYC, and takes less than 3 seconds to create an account. You can have multiple accounts with MEXC. I have about probably 3 or 4. Just to go ahead, you know, some I have them on my mobile, some will have on my desktop. So that's what I like about MEXC personally, in my opinion, that you could go ahead and leverage all the way up to 200x a lot of your favorite meme coins that we talk about, right? So currently right now I'm not in too many positions on MEXC. I did get liquidated on a few positions yesterday, I believe. So ever since I got liquidated, I haven't really jumped into any other positions. Let's see, do I have any positions open? No. Yeah, I ended up getting liquidated and I ended up getting stopped out. So I got stopped out. I got liquidated on Pepe Community because I was doing 40x, and it was like a massive liquidity grab on my end. I ended up getting freaking liquidated. Good thing I only put in like 40 bucks, I think. And then the other one, I was shorting Wall Street memes again, and I got stopped out. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and put a stop loss this time, so I won't go ahead and get liquidated, because more than likely I would. And I ended up getting liquidated. So luckily I ended up putting a stop loss on Wall Street memes. So I ended up currently right now I'm not trading. I might look for an opportunity right now during stream. I don't know, I might go ahead and trade stream today too. I don't know, it just really depends on how I'm feeling. I do have a few positions open right now. Like I mentioned to a lot of you, for all those that are brand new, I did mention that I got back into trading options. And I actually have a few plays right now running in the background that are doing really well in the market. So I'm very excited. I'm still somewhat involved with Bitcoin overall, right? Because I do have some positions on options. One of the stocks that I'm actually, you know, that I jumped into is called Riot. And what Riot is pretty much like a hedge or leverage towards Bitcoin. It is a mining company, and I'm up on profit. So or I'm about to be up on in the money. So I'm slightly in profits because I ended up buying the dip as it went down. But yeah, man, very volatile market. It's been actually quite crazy. Mila, I've actually sold my Wall Street meme tokens today. Saw it dropping heavily. Mia, welcome to the channel. I hope you subscribe. Go ahead and support the channel by subscribing. Let's go ahead and take a look at Wall Street memes. You guys know how bearish I've been with Wall Street memes. I've been super bearish. Shit, man. Excuse my language. 82 million market cap. That is insane. That is insane with what is going on. I mean, unfortunately, I'm not on my short position because I ended up getting stopped out yesterday, but I've been really bearish on this. And if we do go ahead and drop down even further, I'm definitely going to go ahead and reopen up a short position on Wall Street memes again, and that's going to be obviously with my preferred platform, Wall Street memes, MEXC, where you can go ahead and get all the way up to $20,000 in sign-up bonuses, no KYC. They actually do allow you to leverage trade Wall Street memes all the way up to 10x. So right now we're going to go ahead and look at the charts. Already subscribed, brother. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate that subscribe. So let's go ahead and analyze Wall Street memes right now, because I'm not really getting any traction right now on the live stream. Like, it doesn't tell me how many people are in. It says there's 0. So I don't know. So let's go ahead and talk about Wall Street memes since you mentioned it, and it's actually a position I want to go ahead and short. And I haven't really looked at the market, guys. Like, I haven't looked at the market whatsoever. I just started it. I just saw it, and I'm like, oh snap, the market's doing really good. So I haven't really looked into the market. So let's go ahead and look at it together. Let's go ahead and start off with Wall Street memes, because I know a lot of you pretty much probably hate me by now. You guys been telling me, like, dude, you talk about Wall Street memes all the time, and it's not dumping, it's not doing anything. So we're gonna go ahead and see right now. We could enter a position to short or to long. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with the total market cap right now, sitting at 82.21 million market cap, with a total liquidity of 490.62 thousand, with a current holders of 36.13. So let's go ahead and see if we have an increase on Wall Street memes. It looks like we actually have an increase. That's actually That's actually interesting. It's like it's growing every day. I'm not sure if it's because people are on staking now. Now they're being able to claim. I really don't know what's going on with this whole entire thing. But this is interesting. It's interesting because I did tell a lot of you yesterday. I've told you, I was like, hey, if we see the market cap drop below 90 million, like 95, I wouldn't want to go ahead and see it drop below 95 million, because it will give us pretty much a bearish indicator, right? And the thing that's very interesting is that the price action hasn't really dumped too much, right? Because I ended up getting into my short position around 481, and it's at 4950. So this actually might be a good opportunity for me to enter at a short. So let's go ahead and look at the charts, man. Let's just I talk too much, so let's just go ahead and look at the charts, and then we'll figure out whether we should long or short this, or should you sell. Obviously not financial advice, but it looks like we currently are at a 24-hour volume of 258,000, at least on the decentralized side, which is not too good. That doesn't really excite me. Liquidity did look like it did get added a little bit higher, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But let's look at the charts. I'm done with this. Let's go ahead and look at the charts. I did mention that this was some sort of bull flag forming, as what it looked like to me. I did mention our goal was to go ahead and see this break above, at least yesterday. And as you can see, these wicks, these are shorts getting liquidated, guys. I've been telling you, be very careful with Wall Street memes, because even though we should be dumping, it might pump because of a short squeeze. And let's go ahead and start off with their Twitter, because I know that they had some things coming up on Twitter, and let's go ahead and read this right here. So it looks like they officially now have futures trading on OKX all the way up to 50x. That is insane. Also, margin trading's coming soon. That is insane, man. Like, honestly, I think in my opinion, this is like the worst thing that could happen to Wall Street memes is them allowing futures trading. Yes, it's going to be good with volume, but I do think that there's going to be more manipulation to the downside in my opinion. So for all those that haven't taken profits on your pre-sale, I would suggest take small profits. You know, if you're already in profits, double your investment, whatever the case is. Take out your initial investment, take profits, and leave, you know, house money if you want. I know a lot of you have been following that kind of scenario. A lot of you have been telling me, hey John, I'm already up, you know, 200 to 300% on my position since pre-sale. I've already taken profits. The rest of the money that I'm playing with, it's all house money. Whether it goes up or down, it doesn't matter because I got my money back, right? Obviously, nothing that I say is financial advice, but I would suggest with this kind of volatility in the market and with all of this that we've been noticing with a lot of these meme tokens is that typically they dump, right? They typically dump right away when they get listed, and they allow futures trading on a lot of these platforms. We've noticed this with MEXC, with a lot of these exchanges, right? They typically always dump down. But the problem that we have now is that even though we might be getting signs of a short, the thing that we have to go ahead and worry about a little bit is that if people really believe in this project and want to push it up, and we see the you know, the holder count going up, but we see liquidity going down. The liquidity is really interesting to me. This is a concern to me, but like the fact that there's more holders coming in is also something that's very, very interesting, right? So with that being said, I did mention yesterday that we wanted to go ahead and see some sort of movement for Wall Street memes to go ahead and do in order to go ahead and realize whether we should be shorting or longing this market. I entered another short yesterday and I ended up getting stopped out. And as you can see, as you see these wicks, guys, this is not good. You know what I mean? I hate seeing these wicks because this is pure manipulation, a lot of liquidity grabs, stop losses. So with that being said, what I've been thinking about, and I think this could be the case, and this is the reason why I'm staying neutral, right? If this is a bull flag, and this is like a fake out for the this is a bear trap for the shorts where they want you to go ahead and place a big short right here. What's going to happen is that this is going to squeeze the price all the way up, and it's going to pump, kind of like what's going on with AMC and GameStop, and that would be like the ultimate scenario with Wall Street memes token that would make Wall Street memes token, and that could be the beginning of meme coin season, right? And that's actually what I'm really concerned of. It's like, even though we're getting the red flags of, you know, some sell-offs coming in, we're seeing a lot of sell-offs coming in out of nowhere. We're seeing the market cap drop from 120 million all the way down to 82 million. It's really concerning in my opinion. But the fact that holders increase is going up, I have a lot of questions, like what is going on? You know, are people now claiming their tokens? I really don't know what's going on, right? And with that being said, even though we're getting signs that we should short this market, I think we could ultimately have a short squeeze pushing this project all the way up, making new all-time highs. And that's something that I'm very concerned of, right? I'm really bearish on this token. But even though I'm bearish, I'm not going to go ahead and do anything unless I get a sign that we should, right? And the big thing that I've been talking about has been holding on to this area of support. So far, we have been holding on to this area of support. As soon as we drop the area of support and we have a wick around this area, like right below, then I'm going to say, you know what, guys, it's time for me to go short. I'm going to go ahead and enter a short position. And I think what's going to happen is going to pump slightly and it's going to dump all the way down. That's what I think is going to happen on the bearish scenario, right? And that's what I'm hoping, because obviously I think there's more money to be made on the downside than the upside realistically. Because, you know, when fear starts kicking in and FOMO and people start getting, like let's say we see the token dump 30%, people are going to be freaking out. Trust me. People are going to be freaking out, especially if they got in at like 6 cents. They're going to go ahead and start selling their position. That's going to cause a lot of fear in the market, pushing the price downward, which obviously, in my opinion, I think there's more money to be made shorting it than longing it. But like I said, we're traders here, right? We want to make money whether it goes up or down. So we're going to go ahead and watch this closely, right? I did mention that on the 4-hourly, it was something that we really wanted to go ahead and see. If we were able to go ahead and break, we do see these wicks to the upside, and these are just liquidity grabs, people getting stopped out like me. Like I got stopped out, dude. I ended up entering a short right here, and I ended up getting stopped out right here. And look at this, it went down. I was right on my prediction. The only problem is that they're purposely manipulating this to the upside. Like, I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure if the team is like buying the tokens. I don't know. And the other thing you have to go ahead and be concerned about is that if you are shorting this, we have right here another announcement. The first Wall Street memes buyback will be completed in 5 days. Huge $1 million initial buyback to fund community rewards. Buy now. So now this is the hype that is going on. So this is going to be on October 11th. So if you go ahead and keep this into consideration, we have a massive buyback. Now we have futures enabled all the way up to 50x on OKX. I'm sure that MEXC is probably going to be allowing the same thing very, very soon. And if they go ahead and have this and people like me know how bearish this thing is, I think a lot of people are going to get wrecked trying to short this and pushing this to the upside, similar to the GameStop and AMC. And that's kind of crazy in my opinion, right? So we're going to go ahead and see where things go. Mia, or if I'm saying your name correctly, I hope I am. Mia, I think it is. Literally, it says, literally my first experience in crypto. I knew it was a risk, but I made a nice 2x from it. But I piqued my interest into crypto. Nice. I'm excited that you joined crypto. Were you trading the stock market, FX market? How did you get into the market? Go ahead and let us know down below. I definitely would like to go ahead and know. It's good. Nice. See, so you're already having really good discipline, you know what I mean? And that's one of the biggest things that comes to crypto that a lot of people don't have, and why I preach a lot of this is because I've been in crypto for a while, right? I've been trading since 2017. I've been trading crypto since 2 years ago very, very heavily. I understood it. I got into 2017 in crypto, and there's a lot more scams than there is today. And the thing is with everything that I talk about now is that I kind of learned the hard way. And that's just the reason why I push this a lot, because crypto, realistically, crypto could go ahead and push to a 30x, to a 1000x. You could literally turn $50 into like $20 million. Realistically, that's what crypto is all about, right? But I think also people get really, really greedy when it comes to that. So I'm really glad that you actually did take profits and that you at least, you know, did a 2x. You know, I'm proud of you. Congratulations. Hope you could go ahead and stick to that kind of discipline and plan. With crypto, it's a very, very volatile market, and it does move very, very quickly. And I think you're entering at like the perfect time in the market. Like right now, crypto is going to be pumping these next months, maybe the next 2-3 months. I don't know. I think crypto is going to be pumping, and that's what we're going to be talking about in today's live stream. You know, I've been really, really bearish these last 2 weeks. I don't know how long you've been subscribed, but these last 2 weeks, I've been bearish on crypto. I've been super bearish these last 2 months. Literally 9 days ago or 10 days ago, I began to be bullish because I was getting indicators of a market coming to the upside, and that's what we're currently seeing right now and witnessing. So you're entering at a perfect time in the market, in my opinion. And just remember to be disciplined when it comes to this. There is going to be a lot of opportunities. Don't get too distracted with the shiny object coming up to you. We're going to see a lot of projects doing 20x's, 30x's, 100x's, 200x's. We might hear stories of people becoming millionaires off of 20 bucks. It's really crazy. It's definitely a good market, a really emotional market to be in. It's really, really difficult, but as long as you can go ahead and keep your emotions in control and you can be disciplined, you'll succeed and you do really, really well. And the fact that you took that 2x, that's a good sign already. Well, actually, a friend of mine is into crypto and got me interested. Nice. Thank you, brother. I think 2.5, 3 days ago, actually, I'm doing my best to keep both feet on the ground. That's good, man. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. What are you currently using? Are you using like Uniswap and 1inch, or are you actually trading on like exchanges like crypto.com? What is the other platform? Coinbase and all those platforms. What kind of platforms are you trading on right now? But yeah, man, you joined like literally at the perfect time of the market, and it's going to be very, very exciting because of what we're getting in the market right now. Like, we're going to go ahead and look at the charts right now shortly so you can go ahead and get a better understanding. But I'm going to go ahead and see where Wall Street memes is going. Congratulations on those profits. As all of you guys can go ahead and see, there's people already, you know, changing their perspective about Wall Street memes, and we might be correct. You know, it might dump, but with the signs that we just saw, a buyback, meaning they're going to go ahead and buy. They're going to buy about $1 million of their token back. Usually what causes that, it causes a token to pump like crazy. So if that is a thing and we still continue with the hype, I do think that we could potentially still be at the price target that I mentioned, 12 cents. Which is around right here. So I do think this is going to happen. This is what I think is going to happen, in my opinion. I think we're going to go ahead and have some sort of like massive pump to the upside. It could be 20 cents, it could be 30 cents, and this is going to be the beginning of some sort of a bull run going, like we have right now. Bitcoin hovering around $28,000 or 27,000 right now. It's sitting at 27,109, and that's going to bring in a lot of awareness into the market. And a lot of new people are going to be coming into the space, like Mia, if I said your name correctly. There's going to be a lot of people jumping in, you know, because we usually start to get new pumps coming in when the market tends to do a little bit well. Now we are telling our friends like, hey man, like check out the market. Like for example, like I've hit some pretty good plays on options trading on the stock market, and I told a buddy of mine today, I hit him up. I was like, hey bro, like you should maybe consider jumping back into the space. You know what I mean? Look, right now my profit says right there 282, and that's on options trading, right? That's another thing that I've been talking about, how I'm very bullish in the stock market and crypto market, and that's where it begins, right? It's all through word of mouth. So once we start getting this little pump and this little like green coming into the market, more new investors are going to come in. Mia says, let me go ahead and read this real quick. For all those that are joining, go ahead and make sure to smash that like button for me. And most importantly, go ahead and subscribe as well. Let's go ahead and read what Mia says. I'm doing my best to keep both my feet. I'm actually gotten into the pre-sales with MetaMask so far, but I've also gotten myself into Coinbase account. That's good, man. That's good. I'm proud of you. 12 cents would be huge for Wall Street memes. I'm reconsidering putting in another 100 euros soon since the price dropped so heavily. You say the name correctly. Okay. Awesome. Perfect. So yeah, that's actually really good. I do think we're going to go ahead and see the next 4 hours. So right now I'm looking at the 4-hour chart, and I've been saying how Wall Street memes could hit 12 cents. I've been actually really bearish of this token since it started for multiple reasons that I just can't, you know, talk about. I just can't talk about it on stream, but there's multiple reasons why I'm bearish on this token, and I was bearish because of the season. You know, we were in a really bad market. Right now we're getting indicators that we are going to be getting the market to push to the upside. So with that being said, I do think that we will be seeing some sort of movement in the next coming hours, so just keep your eyes glued to this. I would ideally, if I'm going to go ahead and jump into a position to short this market, I would go ahead and short this market at around this area right here. We could dump right here, which is around the 4.3 cents. And if I also go ahead and jump into a position to get a confirmation that we're going to push to the upside and approach that 12-cent mark, I would be jumping in at it's probably going to go ahead and break out right here, probably take a little breather at 5 cents. So I would re-enter right here at 5 cents, because if we do have a massive breakout to the upside, we could go ahead and just see this pump like this and then just staircase all the way up, which I think it's going to be happening, especially with a buyback burn. And for all those that don't understand what a buyback is usually when the team buys their own tokens, which puts a lot of buying pressure into the market, pushing the project up. And I think with a lot of people thinking that this is going to go down like myself, we're going to go ahead and get liquidated. I've already gotten liquidated multiple times, and it's not because I've been wrong in my position. It's just the fact that this project is being heavily manipulated at the moment, and we can go ahead and tell that, as I always say all the time, by these massive wicks. When you see these massive wicks, this is mostly people being stopped out or being liquidated out of their positions, which usually entails, you know, a lot of manipulation to the upside or to the downside to go ahead and get people out of their positions, for them to lose money, for them to whatever the case is, right? They don't want them in the market. They're pushing them out of the market, and that's usually what these wicks indicate to us. And so we could definitely go ahead and say that a lot of manipulation has been going on. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're going to go ahead and do a fake out for people thinking that this is going to drop down even further, like myself, and they're going to go ahead and push this price to the upside, making new all-time highs. And then people are going to be FOMOing in, panicking, wanting to go ahead and buy this token because, I don't know, it might hit $1. That's their goal. $1 is their goal. I don't know if it's going to happen. Time will tell. The reality of crypto is anything's possible, which is a good thing. But you also don't want to go ahead and be living in a delusional kind of world where you're seeing the red signs of you know, manipulation going on, selling pressure, and you're still buying the dip, right? And this is what's going on right now. 81.78 million market cap. So we're going to go ahead and see in the next couple hours if we should go ahead and long this market. Like I said, I think there's a lot of opportunities, but right now is the time to go ahead and take a step back, analyze the markets, and see if it makes sense for us to go ahead and jump into the market one more time. So let me go ahead and read some comments right now. Oh yeah, so yeah, I read all the comments. Go ahead and smash that like button for me, for all those that are tuning just in, and most importantly, go ahead and conversate down below. Ask me any questions. Do you have any questions or concerns, Mia? Just go ahead and comment down below and ask anything right now. I'm in a good position in life right now that I can afford to risk for something better. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. And what I always go ahead and preach to everybody in the community, I always tell everybody, only invest in where you're willing to lose, right, guys? I got into a few projects myself. Like, I'm getting into a few projects. For example, the project that I got into yesterday that I bought in because of one of you guys telling me. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a little rundown when it comes to a lot of these projects, because we're going to be seeing a lot of this in the next coming days, right? If Bitcoin, which more than likely Bitcoin will go ahead and touch $29,000, the markets are going to go freaking crazy, guys. Trust me, people are going to be jumping in. People that might not understand these markets are going to be coming in. People are going to be happy, excited, bullish. And remember what we've been talking about, guys. We've been talking for the past 2 months while the market has been red. Keep your head up. Our time will come. The markets are going to change eventually. We don't know when that is. Nobody knows. And right now we're getting that bullish scenario, and I do believe that in the next 2 to 3 months we're going to have a lot of bullish momentum coming in, meaning we're going to have a lot of money to be made during Q4 of this year before the new year begins, right? So I do want to go ahead and talk about some things that will be coming in the next coming months, what we're already seeing in right now in the market. Like I mentioned, I do think that if Wall Street memes does pump to new all-time highs, it's definitely going to go ahead and bring a lot of awareness into the crypto space, and most importantly, a lot of volatility in the space as well, which would mean a lot more meme tokens being created. So with that being said, I jumped into a pre-sale yesterday. I jumped into a pre-sale, and it was Safe Run Fair Launch, right? This is on pinksale.finance, which you can go ahead and find a lot of meme tokens on that are releasing early on. This website's it's a hit or miss. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a hit or miss, and the reason why I say that, it's because the space of cryptos, there's a lot of scammers. I'm just gonna say that flat out. There's a lot of scammers. 99% of the projects that say they're gonna be revolutionary, are gonna change the world, are 99% of them are scams, or here to just take your money, or a lot of them just fail, right? A lot of them just yeah, go ahead and take a look at the site. Definitely, this is like one of those sites where you can go ahead and get access to all new tokens, and I'm actually going to walk you through that right now. But with this project, with this site that we've talked about in the past, a lot of these tokens are pure scams. You know, it's either a lot of tokens fail because the hype ran out. For example, Pepe's. If all of you remember when you were in the Pepe whole entire scene. Hold on, I apologize. I'm getting like allergies right now, dude. I always get them around this time too. But anyways, what I was saying, there's something trends, right? There's trends called metas, meaning there's going to be a new token that gets released because of the hype or the volatility that's coming in. For example, the Pepe hype. I'm sure a lot of people heard about Pepe, the meme coin, and then next thing you know, a few days later, there was like freaking so many other projects with the word Pepe on it. Pepe this, Pepe that, Pepe Cup, Pepe 3.0, Pepe 2.0. We all know we got into some 2.0s. Then we had the Shiba 2.0. Then we had the Doge 2.0. Those are called metas. Take your time, bro. PD Pure family, I'm a new subscriber. My brother Tillery sent me from Vegas. Inyo. Hey man, join Welcome, 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 bro. I appreciate you for joining today, and we actually do have another exciting pre-sale coming in too with December the Marcus, which is another YouTuber, and he's coming out with a project called Vegas E-News. So welcome, Peter. Glad to go ahead and have you here. Hopefully we could go ahead and have Tillery joining us soon. Fridays are not the best, guys. Fridays usually, like, the live streams are hit or miss. Sometimes we get a lot of action, sometimes we don't. Saturday or Fridays are usually like the slowest when it comes to the live stream. So I really do appreciate all of you that are here. I'm going to be spitting a lot of alpha for all those that do watch my live streams pre-recorded. I do encourage all of you join live because you could ask questions and you could go ahead and I can answer all your concerns to the best of my ability, right? So talking about Pink Cell, talking about Pink Cell Finance, this platform right here, they come out with a lot of tokens, right? And we have new metas, which means we're gonna have a lot of hype between a different token, right? With, like, we've just been hearing about a new token called Wall Street Memes 2.0. Like, there's always gonna be something new, right? And it's all about catching the trends early. And this token, I saw a lot of hype. There's another project called Safe Moon. It was called Safe Moon, and that was 2 years ago. And the community went wild for it, right? And the only reason why I bought into this token was because of the hype. That's the reality, man. You can't sit, we could sit here, do technical analysis and do all of this, and we're really not doing anything. It's at the end of the day, it depends to what people want to do. When it comes to meme coins, the only utility it has, it's the hype. That's all it has. It has the hype and the community. Those are the only two values of well, the two community things that are looked at as values, right? If that makes any sense. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and walk you through how to avoid a lot of the bullshit that's in this space, right? We have to go ahead. We all know there's money to be made, right? We all know there's money to be made. We understand the risk when we're entering a lot of these projects. But the goal is minimizing that risk, you know, learning when to take profits, knowing when to go ahead and exit, understanding when the market cycle is changing, there's a trend in the market, identifying that, right? I identified that we were in a really terrible market the last couple months. I stopped buying cryptos. I literally just have money sitting on the side waiting for opportunities to come my way. You wait for opportunities. You don't look for the opportunities. When you go out looking for opportunities, you usually lose money. But when the opportunity gets presented, now you get to go ahead and sit back, identify, and see, let me go ahead and throw some money into this, right? And a great example is SafeRun. Another great example is Vegas E-News. Those opportunities came to me, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and throw some money. Mia says, I think meme coins should be looked at short time investments, right? I think it's usually a pump and a quick dump from what I've heard. 100%. That's what it is. It's just a pump and dump. Literally all it is. And about 99% of cryptos are just pump and dumps as well. And I think once you understand that with that perspective and mentality when it comes to the market, because the market's all psychology, guys, keep that in mind. It's 90% psychology, maybe even more, 95% psychology and 5% understanding what we're going to be talking about today, like charts and all the BS, how to analyze this, that. We could go technical, but like I mentioned, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter too much because 90% of this is psychology. So you have to really understand how people respond to certain circumstances, right? If Bitcoin hits $29,000, trust me, guys, the market's going to go crazy. And people are going to get wrecked. People are going to lose a lot of money and people are going to make a lot of money. Why? Because the market, it's all based on emotions. The way it pivots, the way it moves, the way the excitement comes, it's all emotions. That's all what, you know, crypto and the stock market is all about. It's all about emotions. Talking about emotions, SafeRun Fair Launch, right? So I invested into this. I threw in a little bit of money into it. I threw in like 130 bucks. Why? Because that's the only amount that I'm comfortable losing at the moment. I don't want to lose no more than 130 bucks. Like I told a lot of you, when it comes to a lot of these meme tokens, the most you want to throw into is $300 max, in my opinion. In my opinion, I think that's max. There's going to be some people that throw in $1,000. I know I've talked to a few of you that you're like, hey man, I'm throwing in $20,000 into this token. I'm throwing $50,000. Some of you have $100,000 positions on each of these tokens. It just all comes down onto what your risk and what point in life you are in. Some people, $1,000 is a lot of money. To some people, $10,000 is nothing. You know what I mean? So it's just really all personalized to you. In my opinion, even if you have that kind of money to throw around, I would minimize it to nowhere to $300 to $1,000 if you really want to go ahead and like throw your money and make it and watch it grow fast. And like I mentioned, you want to go ahead and understand when the markets are coming, when there's a market change coming, in order to go ahead and pivot, right? During like a bearish market, I don't feel comfortable throwing no more than $100 into a lot of these tokens. Once I get a confirmation that a bull run has started, I don't mind throwing $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 into some of these tokens, because I understand that the market has changed and there's going to be a lot of volatility to the upside. Does it mean that there's not going to be it's not going to be risky? No, it doesn't mean that it's guaranteed and there's going to be no risk. All I'm saying is that the market structure has changed, and more than likely you have now the higher odds in your favor to go ahead and throw in $2 to $3 grand, even $10,000, and flip that into a couple grand in a couple minutes or days, right? During a bull run or some sort of bullish momentum. Right now we're approaching that, and I think we are coming to that. It hasn't been confirmed. Like I mentioned, we would like to go ahead and see certain things happen in order to get that confirmation. But what I want to go ahead and show you is that with this platform pink sale, they're going to go ahead and sell you. We're going to go ahead and look at how a lot of these companies sell you, right? And don't get too hyped. So this one says, welcome to Safe Run on Ethereum blockchain, the biggest launch ever, whatever, BS. That's all I hear, BS. Returning to the roots of crypto, marketers push their previous onboarded projects to 300K plus holders. Wow. Proactive marketing, no taxes, which you know how much I hate when it comes to tokens. I hate no taxes, because that tells me, and that gives me an indicator, how is the team making money? The team has to make money somehow. No one's doing anything for free, right? There has to be a way that the team is making money, maybe on the back end. And that's what I'm thinking. Back end meaning team tokens. That means a team might dump the tokens on us as soon as it pumps. I don't know. The launch goes live, I think today, in a couple hours. 1 year locked, which is good. Contract renounced, which is good as well, but it doesn't mean it's scam proof. KYC badge, and for all those that don't understand what KYC is, it means know your customer, which they typically ask for either a social security number, an ID, a passport, whatever the case is, to go ahead and proof identity, which even with a KYC badge, guys, don't believe this too much, because we don't know what their process is. Maybe they just ask for like their name and address, and you can make a lot of these things up. Like, you know how easy it is for identity theft to happen? Like, it's really easy depending on the countries that you're in, but I'm sure a lot of countries it's very obtainable to go ahead and get an ID, a fake ID with another person's identity. That's typically what a lot of people would do, right? So I wouldn't be too concerned with the KYC. I wouldn't say, oh, that guy put his name on it. And some people realistically don't care. They don't care if you know who they are or what they look like, and they'll still scam you. Unfortunately, that's like the society we've gone to now. People don't care. So this one as well, top tier influencers, which is a good sign, right? We want hype in the space in order for our tokens to go up. So they have a lot of influencers that they're pushing, and we've been seeing a lot of marketing going on, which is a good sign. Top tier callers, which we've seen, which is like, you know, shillers pretty much. Top tier KOLs, which is key opinion leaders. You could say something like this channel, I guess. CMC AV Dex tools trending, which is really good. CMC plus CG fast tracked, centralized exchange press releases, mainstream release, and the whatever other BS, right? Your goal when it comes to a lot of this is selling you on the belief that this is going to go to the freaking moon. We don't know if it's going to go to the moon. I threw in $130 because typically a lot of these tokens that get launched in this platform, they usually dump. Like 9 out of 10, they dump. Only one of them is very successful. 9 out of those 10 tokens that get launched go to zero. Literally, they dumped. But out of those 10 tokens, only one of them succeeds. So you have to go in with the mentality that there's like a slight 1% chance that a lot of these tokens are going to be very, very successful. And that's why you want to minimize your risk. If you're willing to go ahead and gamble $300, why don't you do that with 3 projects? Because now your odds of turning the money that you have into a couple grand or a couple $100, it's a lot higher than throwing your money just in one project. For example, if you have $3,000 and you want to invest $1,000, why not go ahead and enter 3 different projects at $1,000, now your odds are higher. It's kind of like the casino, guys. This is not an investment. This is more of a casino play. When it comes to these meme coins, it's more of a casino play. These are not investments. These are casino gambling things that you're pretty much doing. And you want to go into the mentality of like, how can I go ahead and get my odds a lot higher, right? So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and see how this project launches. It's going to launch in a couple minutes or a couple hours. If we see some sort of hype, I'll go live again. But what I'm trying to tell you is don't believe any of this shit. This is all shit at the end of the day, right? It's all BS. We're all putting our trust in someone we don't really know. And I always like to go ahead and say, control the controllables, right? Control what you're capable of doing in life. Don't depend on your future on someone. Like, don't have your future depend on someone else, is what I'm trying to say. Like, do what you could do, and the only thing that you could do is be aware of what's going on in the market, right? Let's not go ahead and believe into the hype about what a freaking developer is going to do, what another YouTuber is telling you that it's going to go to $1. BS. Don't believe any of that. Just go ahead and focus on what makes sense. For example, right here, they're going to tell us about, like, you know, who the contract has been audited by, Space Hat, all this. I really don't care. I really don't care. You know what I mean? Tokenomics. Okay, this is a little bit more better information. We get to know where things are going, right? So supply breakdown of SafeRum. And by the way, guys, I'm not affiliated with SafeRum. I'm not getting paid. If I am, and I would tell you. I've always been transparent when it comes to a lot of these things. And most importantly, only invest in what you're willing to lose, right? I'm only willing to lose $100 right now. Why? Because I would rather put my money into assets that have real utility, such as Bitcoin Cash. I would rather throw my money into that than this kind of shit that's not going to last for that long, right? Am I willing to go ahead and throw in some money to make money? Of course, we're all here to make money, and I hope you're here to make money as well, right? The goal is not to go ahead and just jump into the space because of how great it is. Yes, the space is fun. You get to meet a lot of new people, but in reality, I hope we're all here to make money, right? So remember that. Remember your goals, your mindset, the reason why you enter this space, whether it's buying a house in a couple years, a bigger house, maybe buying a $10 million house because you already have a $1 million house. I don't know. Maybe you want to get a faster car, right? I don't know what your goals are, but focus on those every day when the markets are down as well, right? So we're going to go ahead and read the supply breakdown. So 45% of the tokens are allocated for pre-sale. 29.61% is initially burned, which is good, right? They're going to be burning the tokens, which means they're going to be getting about 29% of the tokens are going to get rid out of the supply, meaning that the token becomes more valuable because there's less in the supply. About 15.39 were allocated for V2 Uniswap LP. LP means liquidity provider. You need liquidity in order for a token to create the buy and sell mechanism. It's kind of like being a broker. Look at it that way. Tokens will be locked for 1 year and will be extended in the future. The remaining 10% of the supply is held in a multi-sig wallet. Multi-sig wallet reserved for future centralized exchange listings, bridges, and to provide tokens for the V3 Uniswap liquidity provider. This wallet can be easily tracked using the ENS name SafeRum.eth. So the good thing that I like is that they're telling us which one's which wallet, right? A lot of these teams don't tell us which one's a marketing wallet, which wallet is this. It doesn't mean they can't be doing anything shady. Like I said, when you're entering a lot of these projects, you always want to go with more red flags than positive flags, as weird as that sounds, right? You really want to go ahead and take everything that they say with a grain of salt, because we really don't know what their intentions are. Neither do you, right? And here's the reason why I always suggest all of you only invest money you're willing to lose. Go in with the mentality that if you throw this money and you lose it, you're okay. You're not going to be, you know, sad because now you can't pay your car bill or your cable or whatever the case is, right? Go in with the mentality that if you make money on this, now you have extra money in your pocket. But if you don't, it's okay because you understood the risk, all right? Okay? With that being said, now we go back to the roadmap, right? It tells us, you know, trading listing, 4 million in volume, I don't care, whatever. Partners, cool. And then that's pretty much it, right? And I like to go ahead and analyze your Twitter, see what's going on. For example, right now we're going to go ahead and click their Twitter, right? And there's a Twitter right now. You know, they're doing pretty decent. Some sort of movements coming in, right? And we're going to go ahead and read their previous tweet. It says, "We hope you have enjoyed a well-deserved rest. You will need it for our grand launch. which takes place on October 6th at 11:59 p.m. UTC, 10 hours from here. And that was about a couple hours ago when they posted this. The founders are laying down the groundwork and forgiving or forging various partnerships to ensure that SafeRoom captures the attention of the entire cryptocurrency sphere. This crypto space has been devoid of a noteworthy contender for some time, and there is a pressing need for a meme coin that prioritizes simplicity, security, and decentralization. Same bullshit that every project promises, by the way. We encourage you to extend invitations to your friends, family, colleagues, and even your cherished pets to join this group before our official launch. Together, let us cultivate the most joyous and sincere community. Rest assured, SafeRoom is poised for success, and our launch will make a significant milestone in the cryptocurrency landscape. Farewell to traditional limitations. I don't know, dude. This was so weird worded. Like, honestly, like, this is worded really, really weird. Like, to be honest, like, maybe it was AI that wrote that article. But anyways, as you can go ahead and see, even PinkCell tweeted themselves a huge congratulations to the team that successfully filled 267 ETH in their pre-sale. So let's go ahead and see what 260 something ETH is, right? So we're gonna go ahead and head over to Mia says, money is the goal, bro. That's the goal. We're all here to make money. We're all here to make money. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. So right now we're entering CoinMarketCap, and I'm not sure if you've ever heard of this platform, Mia. CoinMarketCap is a really good platform to analyze what tokens are doing. And what we're going to go ahead and look at right now is we're going to go ahead and look at how much the team actually raised, right? So we're going to go ahead and head over right here where it says Ethereum. We're going to click on Ethereum because that's the blockchain that it's on. And then we're going to go ahead and head down right here where it says ETH to USD converter. Obviously, you can go ahead and put out whatever currency that you're in, depending on the country that you're in. Whether it's like the yen or whatever, the euro, you can go ahead and change this right here up in the settings. But they said they raised, let's go ahead and see how much they raised. And I think this is the reason why we're also all hyped, right? So they raised approximately, they raised 267. So you go right here to converter, you type in the amount of ETH. This is the way you're going to know how much ETH is worth and all that, right? So I put in 267 ETH, and at the time of this recording, just in case you're watching this in the future, 1, 2, 3, they've raised over $440,000. $500,000. They raised $500,000. This is probably like the most we've seen a token raised besides Wall Street Memes. Wall Street Memes was being announced for like a long time, guys. It was being announced for probably like a little bit over 6 months. This token, I don't know how long. I just found out about it because one of you guys told me about it, and I said, you know what, YOLO, I'm buying, man. I don't know what the token does. I don't care what the token does. It looks like it's hyped, and you always want to join their communities, right? Because when it comes to these tokens, it's all about hype. It's like, how is the community feeling? So I actually joined their Telegram, which is a group chat, kind of like a iPhone group chat, you know what I mean? It's like an iPhone group chat if you've never heard of Telegram. But yeah, so I joined their Telegram and I looked at it and I'm like, okay, you know what, dude, this thing's hyped. I don't know why people are getting hyped. People are saying oh, the team's from a really well-known project. Some people are saying Volt Inu, which was a very other successful one 2 years ago. Another one was saying that it's the original SafeMoon creators. I don't know, guys. I really don't care either, and you shouldn't either. Don't believe the hype, you know what I mean? Just only believe what you can to an extent, to what you're seeing. All I know is that I don't know if this thing is going to go up or down. I threw in a few dollars in there, and if it goes up, I'll keep all of you updated. But what I'm trying to show you here today is that a lot of these projects are going to do something similar to this, especially if we are in some sort of bull run coming up. We're going to see a lot of these tokens come left to right, promise you the whole freaking world, promise you literally everything. They're going to promise you Lambos. They're going to promise you all this shit. Take it with a grain of salt. There will be a lot of money to be made. There will be a lot of money to be lost if you believe a lot of this shit. I don't believe a lot of this shit anymore. I used to, you know, 2 years ago, I used to believe a lot of this shit. After losing literally everything and restarting everything in live, I now go in with a different approach, right? Hey, what's up, Tillery? How's it going, man? Glad to see you here. Yeah, I consistently looked at this for Wall Street memes. Great. Sup, bro? What's going on, Tillery? Hope you're having a wonderful day today, man. Hope you're having a good day today. Hope you're having a great day at work. I'm assuming you're probably already going out, man, right? Today's payday for everybody. But yeah, so fair launch with SafeRum. This is just an intro to how you can go ahead and analyze a lot of these projects. I would just say I'm a very optimistic person, but just going with the mentality of not believing any of the shit that they're saying until they could go ahead and prove it through actions, right? That's the kind of person I am as well. When it comes to this, you can promise me the whole damn world, but if you're not promising me with action, I don't care what you say, man. Like, and that's how all of you should really see this as well, right? Through actions. Don't believe the hype. Understand the hype and trade the hype, but don't believe the hype. Hey, I'm just getting off of work, headed home. Nice, man, nice. Hope you had a great day today at work, bro. It looks like some sort of meme run is going on. Meme coin season, altcoin season, Bitcoin season, money season. I think it's more like money season, right? But look, this is what I want to go ahead and show you guys because I've been waiting for this and I wanted to go ahead and show you this. So I'm not sure if any of you have ever watched the movie Wolf of Wall Street. I'm sure a lot of you have. If you haven't, you must be living under a rock. No, but for real, it's like I'm sure everybody has heard of Wall Street memes, right? Yeah, Tillery Petty told me that you told him about the channel, man. Appreciate you, bro. Real one. Tillery has been here since like day one, guys. But okay, so yeah, it seems like a lot of you guys have watched Wall Street memes, right? And I remember this scene in the movie, and I want all of you guys to watch this together right now, and you're gonna understand why we have to go in with the mentality that we're going moving forward. Because the market, at the end of the day, guys, I repeat this every day. I don't know whether it's going to go up or down. Nobody knows. Nobody really knows. We're all betting and hoping and crossing our fingers and trying to encourage people that it might go up, whether up or down. And that's really what, when it comes to trading, when we look at the charts right now with Bitcoin, it's just people having more belief in the market. You know, believing that it might go up. Some people might believe that it's not going to go up, which pushes the market. And that's really what it is, right? Oh yes, definitely, bro. Thank you too. So let's go ahead and watch this quick scene on Wall Street memes, or Wall Street memes, Wall Street, Wolf of Wall Street, the movie. One of my favorite all-time movies. Another one, it's The Big Short, which I suggest all of you to watch. I've been recommended The Boiler Room, which I will be watching very, very soon as well, and a few others that I've been recommended a lot by you. So if you guys recommend me any movies, comment down below. Obviously, we're not going to watch them together. Maybe on Discord we can. But if you have any like good financial movies, comment them down below. But let's go ahead and watch this Wolf of Wall Street clip real quick, right? To go ahead and give us a reminder of this kind of bull run that we have coming up along. So let me go ahead and put up the volume real quick.
The clients you have are absolutely.
I'm not sure if you guys can hear that.
Your only responsibility is to put meat on the table. You got a girlfriend?
Can you guys hear that pretty well? I haven't seen Boiler Room yet. I have to watch it, man. I'm gonna have to watch it this weekend. I have a lot of catching up to do.
Married. I have a wife. Her name's Teresa. She cuts hair.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Think about Teresa. Name of the game? Move the money from your client's pocket into your pocket.
Right. But if you can make a client's money at the same time, it's advantageous to everyone. Correct?
No. Number one rule of Wall Street. Nobody. I don't care if you're Warren Buffett or if you're Jimmy Buffett, nobody knows if the stock is going to go up, down, sideways, or in fucking circles. Least of all stockbrokers. Right? It's all a fugazi. You know what a fugazi is?
Well, fugazi. It's fake.
Yeah, fugazi. It's a wazi, it's a woozy, it's a fairy dust. It doesn't exist. It's never landed. It is no matter. It's not on the elemental chart. It's not fucking real.
Right.
All right?
Right.
Stay with me. Mm-hmm. We don't create shit. We don't build anything.
No.
So if you got a client who bought stock at 8 and it now sits at 16 and he's all fucking happy, he wants to cash in, liquidate, take his fucking money and run home, you don't let him do that.
Okay.
Because that would make it real.
Right.
No, what do? You get another brilliant idea. A special idea, another situation, another stock to reinvest his earnings and then some. And he will every single time because they're fucking addicted. And then you just keep doing this again and again.
That's pretty much what I wanted to get. I wanted to show all of you right there. So I'm not sure how well the volume was, but pretty much what he says is that he confirms what we just said right now, right? Nobody really knows what's going to go on in the market. Warren Buffett, nobody freaking knows, bro. Not even the best traders know what's going to happen. Does it mean that they might not have a better probability? No. You know, obviously, as time goes on, you understand a lot of these patterns. You understand the psychology of trading. You understand all of this, right? But he said one of the biggest key terms here. Actually, two. And it was fugazi, meaning it's fake, right? None of this is real. All the things that we see, the pumps, none of this is really real. It's just a digit on the screen, and a lot of us don't really have that emotion that we feel when we lose money or make money, right? There's been times where I made like 30 grand in a day, and I didn't feel like I made 30 grand that day. I just saw it and I was like, oh shit, 30 grand. I won 100 grand now, and I lost all my money back again, right? We talked about this when I was when we entered on Pepe 2. You know, thinking back right now, realizing that loss, I'm like, fuck, dude, 30 grand would have been nice. It's a 1 year salary for a lot of people, right? A lot of people would love to make 30, 10, 20, 50, 100K in a day, you know, and I made 30 grand that day. And it's not my first time. I've made that kind of money. I've also lost a lot of money. I've said this, guys, I'm for sure, I'm a negative millionaire, man. I've lost probably close to that or probably even more. But what I'm trying to say is that a lot of these whales understand that. They understand that we get this kind of high when we're up in profits, right? And we're going to go ahead and throw in more money, and we're going to think it's going to go up higher, and that's where they get you. And a lot of these whales understand, like the good people that are here that understand trading, they understand the psychology of the human being or whatever you identify as, right? But I'm assuming a lot of us that watch this stream are humans. And unfortunately for us humans, we have a lot of emotions when it comes to this, right? Whether a stock goes up, down, whether today we're having a great day, a bad day, whatever the case is, right? We get some source of emotion, more for us humans, right? Animals have an instinct, which is two different things, right? This is the reason why animals know how to react in certain occasions, and that's why sometimes we have these cases and stories of like how this animal that was kept in the zoo attacked the zookeeper and killed him, because they're animals, man. They run on instinct. They don't run on human behavior. We run on emotions, right? So we're emotional. Animals aren't. And when it comes to a lot of these institutions and a lot of these big whales in the market that know how to move and manipulate the markets, they're running on instinct. They don't run on emotion. They don't care if it goes up, down, whatever the case is. 100 grand to them might be like $1. So they really don't care whether they make or lose money. They're going off probably a percentage or whatever the case is. Humans, us, we get emotional, and that's why we start to lose a lot of money, right? Or we don't know how to take profits. Like in my case, I made 30 grand that day. I wanted to make 100,000, and I ended up losing everything. And I'm like, oh shit, like 30 grand would have been nice. Like thinking back right now, like 30 grand could have bought me, you know, maybe one Bitcoin because it's at 27,000. I could have probably bought another thing. I could have bought a car, could have bought a watch, could have bought a certain amount of items, right? Thinking back, I'm like, fuck, dude, I should have just taken the 30 grand. It wasn't life-changing money, but it was definitely money that I could have used to go ahead and put into other markets, right? And Mia says, yeah, money's not even real. Exactly. Money's not real. It's an illusion. All of this is an illusion, right? And what I was trying to show you with that clip is that we need to go ahead and get that reminder that when we're up in profits, whether it's 30 grand, 100 grand, I know a lot of you guys are going to make a lot of money. Trust me. I know a lot of you are going to be making a lot of money. And if you're not already making money, you will. And some of you are probably already making thousands of dollars a day. I know I talk to a lot of you guys make 10, 20, $30,000 a day like it's nothing. You know what I mean? And it's everybody can make money in this space, right? Anybody can make money in the world to begin with, but it's all about keeping that money. And especially when it comes to trading, one of the biggest things is not giving the money back to the market. There's people that will make a couple $1 million, you know, 3 million, 4 million. Some people might get lucky, you know, up 200, 300,000. But the problem is that most people don't take profits. one of you guys that typically joins the stream, Moon Joker, shout out to you, bro. He told us how his friend turned $1,000 into 1 million and didn't take profits. He's like, I'm gonna cash out at 2 million. And that's the mentality of that's like a gambling mentality, right? And this is the reason why a lot of people mostly lose in the market, because we get greedy. We get greedy. Like, we let our emotions take over, and we're like, hey bro, like 2 million. I'm sure that guy that turned $1,000 into 1 million, I bet that $1 million was life-changing money. I could almost guarantee you that he probably never saw $1 million in his life, but he still didn't take profits. And he ended up putting, I think he said he ended up taking profits at like 200,000. He ended up taking profits at the end, and he ended up cashing out 200,000. I'm sure the 200,000 did really, really well for him, but I'm pretty sure $1 million would have changed his whole entire life. And this is what I kind of want to say to a lot of you, is that we know there's a lot of money to be made. I've talked to a lot of you. We both have, you know, very similar stories. We've been to the point where we made a boatload of money, and we also lost a boatload of money, whether it was the last bull run or recently. You know, this money thing is it's not really something new to us. We're used to, especially the people in crypto, we're used to seeing, you know, a couple grand a day, 30 grand, 100 grand. You know, some of you might turn it into a couple million. It's normal in this space. It's not like shocker, right? But what I'm trying to say is learn how to take profits, you know. And someone that did really, really well was Mia, you know. Just entered the space, did a little 2x on their amount. I don't know how much they were playing with. Maybe it was $10,000, maybe it was 50 grand, maybe it was 30 grand. I don't know, right? But regardless of what the amount was, I think the fact that there was a discipline of pulling out and saying, you know what, I'm gonna take my profits, and not getting not holding on hoping that it's gonna go to $1 as a team promise, already says a lot, right? And this is the kind of mentality that we got to remember when it comes to a lot of these trades. If we're up 80-90%, take profits. If we're up, you know, a 2x, a 3x, can it go up? Yes, it could go up. But honestly, you're better off making multiple 2 to 3x's in multiple projects instead of trying to hit a big home run in one big project, because that's how you lose money, guys. I've been there, done that. I've been there, done that, right? Mia said he added about 350 euros. So that's a little good return, you know. It's like what, like a little bit over $1,500, if I'm not mistaken, if I did my math right. If I did my math right. But it doesn't matter about that amount, right? The amount doesn't really matter. What matters is the discipline. And when you have the discipline when it comes to trading, when to buy, when to sell, and being accountable, like let's say, like if you lose right now, like I got liquidated off two positions. I got liquidated off one position yesterday, and ended up getting stopped out on Wall Street memes. Discipline would be like me waiting for an entry. Right now I'm waiting. I've been clear and transparent, guys. The last 2 months I've been telling you, hey guys, I'm not trading in the market. I'm waiting. I have cash ready on the side. I'm waiting for the opportunities to come my way. Until I see something, I'm gonna throw my money into something. It's all about being disciplined and being patient when it comes to this, and learning when to take profits. Like for example, I'm pretty proud of myself because I only threw in $130 into this project. Normally I would have thrown like 1 grand or 3 grand into it, and then I would lose all my money, and I'd be like, fuck dude, I just got screwed. And I'll do the same shit over and over again. When you think about it, $300 or $1,000, now you have your money to be split. With $1,000, you could invest it into 10 different projects, and with those 10 different projects, now you have a higher outcome of making your money. A lot of these shit coins, it's not predictable, guys. It's not predictable. Sometimes they pump for 2 days. Sometimes they only pump for 1 day. Sometimes they only pump for an hour. We don't know. You don't know. Sometimes they pump forever. And I think that's where the problem comes, right? When we're not taking profit. So remember that all of this shit doesn't really exist. We just saw the video with Wall Street memes, or Wall Street, Wolf of Wall Street, bro. Ugh, what am I saying? Wall Street memes. Wolf of Wall Street, man. Wolf of freaking Wall Street. We just saw what he said, right? And a lot of these brokers, a lot of these whales understand the psychology when it comes to trading and how humans move. So they're using this against us, and I want you to be very, very careful and remember all of this that we're watching, right? Whether it's a 2x, whether it's a 3x, remember that for the most part, you're making more money than most people. Realistically, you know, Mia's made what? Let's just say $2,000, right? Let's say that's a $2,000 profit. That's sometimes some people's salary for the month. You know what I mean? Like, you have to put it that way. Yes, there's people making 30 grand a month, but imagine if you're making 2 to 3 grand every day. You're making over, let's just say you're making 2 grand a day. You're making over $14,000 a week. If you could go ahead and accomplish making 2 grand a day trading a lot of these meme coins. So if you're able to take profits at 1x or 2x, and you could turn your $1,000 or your $300 into 1 grand or 2 grand, you could be making anywhere between 7 grand to 14 grand a day. It's a lot easier said than done, but you know, you calculate, what is it, 15 grand that I said? I don't remember what I said. It doesn't really matter, but let's just keep it simple. 10 grand. You're making an amount that makes you 10 grand a week, yeah, let's just say 10 grand a week, right? 10 grand a week in a month. There's about 30 days. It's about 30 grand a month. If you could go ahead and obtain making, you know, around 10 grand a week, which is really, really obtainable in this market. You know, you could be playing with a 5 grand amount, and you could turn that 5 grand into 15 grand. And now you just made almost, you know, someone's monthly salary in a day, which sounds pretty nice, right? So you could really make up to 100,000, 200,000, whatever amount you want in crypto. But the whole entire thing, it's all about being disciplined and going in with a plan, right? And that's what I want to go ahead and remind everybody, going with a plan. We're going to go ahead and see where safe from runs. What I'm going to go ahead and say that even with that $100, if I can turn that into a couple grand or even a couple $100, then I'm going to take my profits and move on to the next project. And that's the goal, is to go ahead and rinse and repeat this pattern. Doesn't mean that we won't lose money. It just means that we're going to lose a lot less money. We're not going to be wasting our time holding a bag that might never pump, right? And that's the whole entire goal when it comes to a lot of this, is being able to know when to be wrong and say, you know what, man, I fucked up. My trade is not going the right way. Let me go ahead and take a loss and move on with my life and move forward. There's no way to predict these markets 100%. There's one thing that this one trader said, one of my favorite traders, his name is Andy from Bitcoin Senses. We've done multiple collabs and all that, and he said this one on his live stream, right? And I moved on with that. This is kind of like my concept every time I think about this. He says, the more you trade, the more money you lose. The less you trade, the more money you make. Why? Because you're not trading everything in the market. You're only trading what you feel comfortable with. So even though you might be trading once a month, that once a month could be a $20,000 trade. And there's people that trade every day, right? It just really comes down to what you feel comfortable with. And that's kind of like the approach that I've been thinking. I was like, oh shit, like that makes sense. The more you trade, the more money you lose. Why? Because trading is all a 50-50 at the end of the day. It's literally a coin toss. And it's all about, you know, you getting it right, which is a 50-50. And it's all about minimizing that risk, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at the DXY, which is the dollar index. You know how we talk about this a lot on the channel. Let's go ahead and take a look at the DXY and see how everything's going on with the market. But let's go ahead and take a look at crypto bubbles. So crypto bubbles is telling us that there's some green in the market. People are feeling a little bit, you know, bullish, which is a good indicator, right? It's I would say almost like a 50-30 from the looks of this chart. But anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at the DXY, which is really, really important when it comes to analyzing these markets, right? We don't analyze these markets because we think this is going to happen, right? We analyze the markets and we follow what the markets are doing based off of no emotion, right? We put emotion to the side. We're humans. We all make mistakes, right? You have to remember this. There's times when I trade and I don't even follow my own rules. Why? Because I'm human. I'm not perfect. Sometimes I get into that emotional side where I don't do the right thing, right? So you have to remember that a lot of these things are normal. Forgive yourself if you lose money in a trade or if it didn't go well. Forgive yourself, move forward with your life, and then take that as a lesson and learn more, right? You can't be perfect. You can't get discouraged in this market. There's a lot of discouragement that could happen in this market really, really easy. A lot of money to be lost, a lot of money to be made. And, you know, one of these markets is, in my opinion, I think this is the hardest market. Stocks is pretty hard, man, but like nothing compared to crypto, because one day we could be pumping and the next day we'll be down. And it's like a really emotional roller coaster where your emotions are up and down, right? So we try to keep it neutral. So right now we're looking at the US dollar index. So what is the US dollar index? And you're like, hey John, like bro, like I don't care about the US. I have nothing. I live in another country. I don't care about the US, right? Maybe you live in freaking Mexico. Maybe you live in the UK, you know, you're like, dude, I don't care about the US market. Well, unfortunately, there's a lot of influence in the US market. And depending on how the US dollar moves, tells us how Bitcoin is going to move, whether it's going to go up, whether it's going to go down. Typically, when the DXY, which is the dollar index, every time the dollar goes up higher, Bitcoin goes down. Every time the dollar goes down, Bitcoin goes up. So there's some sort of correlation. I hope that maybe in the future, the next bull run, we're not correlated with the US markets too much. But yeah, that's just the case. We just have to deal with it, right? It's not a rule that I made. It's something that a lot of people have known and realize that it moves a lot with the US dollar and the US market, right? With that being said, I've been talking about the last couple weeks how I've been really bearish on the crypto market and how we've been making new all-time highs, meaning the dollar has been going up. We always see the dollar dip for 2 to 3 days, maybe one day, and then it pumps. It starts having the staircase effect over and over and over and over again. And I've been telling you, hey guys, markets are not going to look good. Markets are not going to look good. And because of that reason, I've been saying that since over here. This is when we had the Fed meeting, the FOMC meeting, which the Fed told us about how interest rates are going to move. Unfortunately, that has a lot of influence in the market, guys. Believe it or not. It makes no sense, but it does. And you just have to kind of live with it. And this is the reason why we're looking at the US dollar index, right? And I'm going to go ahead and show you and tell you why I think we might be approaching some sort of a bullish run in the next coming weeks, and why I've been quite bullish these last 9 days. It's not because John thinks, it's not just because John one day woke up and said, you know what, I think Bitcoin's going to pump today. No. We're going based off what makes sense, the charts, right? Data. So looking at the US dollar right here, we've noticed that on our RSI, which this tells us whether the, you know, a token, crypto, or stock is overbought. We've noticed that the DXY topped off around this area right here. Every time we saw this oversold area, we always saw the DXY typically go down. You know, you can't rely on these indicators 100%. We could just go with a grain of salt of a lot of this, but this indicator has told us, the RSI, that the DXY is currently right now overbought, meaning it's overpriced and it's going to go down. And with that being said, these last couple days I've been mentioning, and I actually drew this little pattern right here, literally since at the top right here, and I drew it, and I think this is what's going to happen. I don't know. I think it might dump down to 105. Maybe it just falls all the way down to our price area, which is 103, right? Doesn't mean that the bull run is here, right? The bull run will be once the DXY hits around $90, and that's my opinion. But what could also happen is that we could go ahead and see a downtrend on the DXY, pump back up to the 106, and then get dumped one last time before approaching these levels. It doesn't mean that the DXY can't temporarily go down, which is a good sign for crypto. That means crypto's going to go up. But it doesn't mean that the DXY can't climb back up, making new all-time highs. This is what I think is going to happen long term. Short term, I think right now we have everything in our favor. But we really can't really celebrate just yet, right? Because realistically, the DXY could just go ahead and pump tomorrow and the markets crash. We don't know. But I really do think that based on what we're seeing right now with the RSI being overbought, that's going to give us a really good, strong indicator that, and also the fact that this SMC smart money concept indicator is telling us that this is a very strong area of resistance. And we're actually seeing that right now, right? Typically, this is the area that it sells off. And in order for the DXY to even go up, even if it wants to go up, it needs to take a breather. It's currently overbought and it's overpriced, right? So in order for the DXY to climb up even higher, it needs a breather. It needs a break. Look at it as gas. It needs more gas in the tank in order for the price action to push up even higher. So even right now, if the DXY wants to go up, realistically, it really can. Can it? Yes. It doesn't matter what I want, right? But what I'm showing you and telling you is that in order for the DXY to go up, which is not a good time for crypto, in order for this to go up, it needs more gas in the tank. So it needs to fill up, in my opinion. It should go ahead and dump maybe another 2-3 days. Maybe it loses support and it dumps down over here, which is really, really good for DXY, meaning crypto's going to take a bigger hit in the next couple weeks. And that's a good sign, because that means we get to go ahead and buy the dip, and that's a healthy market. We don't want to just go ahead and see Bitcoin go to $40,000, right? Because the higher we go, the bigger we fall, right? BNB. Yeah, we'll talk about BNB right now, bro. So with that being said, I think this is a good indicator for the market to go up. And I'm really, really excited. And we're going to go ahead and see where things go moving forward. Hopefully we're right. If we do, we're going to see a lot of good volatility into the market and a lot of money to be made. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Let's go ahead and take a look at BNB. I mean, honestly, BNB is not really doing nothing too crazy. It's still in this consolidation phase. Still trying to figure out whether it wants to go up or down. We are at a very strong area of resistance, or you want to call it. We've been struggling to break above $219. So if we can't break this in the next coming days, then we are going to dump down even lower to $200 on BNB. I did say that it was probably a good shorting opportunity. Let's go ahead and take a look at the 4-hourly real quick. Usually when it comes to what the kind of movement that we're seeing BNB is doing, it's a lot more difficult to understand where the market wants to take it, right? But pretty much, more than likely, what we're going to go ahead and see, we're going to go ahead and see BNB fall down to $206, and that's on the 4-hourly. We have approached an area of resistance, and if we do go ahead and struggle to break above this in the next couple hours, the highs we could go up to is 217. But based on what we're looking at right now, in the next coming hours, if we don't have enough momentum to push to the upside, we are going to get rejected, and we will go ahead and follow to BNB at 205. So it's going to be going down a couple dollars. Like I said, I've been quite bearish on BNB, and I do think BNB is actually going to continue to dump. I don't think we're in that area yet where people might want to go ahead and dump, and that's based on the 4-hourly and the 1-hourly. Like I said, it doesn't give me a strong indicator as to whether you want to long this market. We haven't gotten that indicator yet. You know, right now we're just in the consolidation phase, and usually when we see consolidations like this, the more it consolidates, the bigger the move it's going to do, whether it's going to be to the upside or whether it's going to be to the downside. So we don't know, but right now I could go ahead and tell you that short term we could be approaching 206 on BNB. Go ahead and comment down below if you want me to go ahead and do more TA in any other project right now, any coin. We're going to go ahead and analyze Bitcoin, see what is going on with Bitcoin right now at the moment, and why I am extremely bullish as well. Pretty good time in the market, man. I'm excited. Really, really excited with what's going on. Really looking forward to next week. Are we still live, guys? Let me check if I'm still live. Looks like I was disconnected. Yeah, looks like we're still live. So let me go ahead. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we are. Okay, awesome. Perfect. Because I disconnected because I ended up connecting my phone Wi-Fi by accident. And then it said on my stream right here, like, disconnected and all that. So let's go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin so we can go ahead and get a better indicator of where the markets are going. And then we're going to go ahead and end the stream. Go ahead and make sure to comment down below. Like, comment, and most importantly, let me know if there's any other projects you guys are looking at. Definitely would like to go ahead and check them out. And in the meantime too as well, go ahead and give me a follow on Twitter. My Twitter is ALTCOIN John. You can go ahead and give me a follow, send me a message, DM me. Let's go ahead and talk. I do talk to a lot of you, so my goal right here is to go ahead and make a very tight community. You know how I mentioned that my goal overall is the more we're united, the more we can go ahead and help each other out. The more money there is to be made, right? So right now too, I've actually did enter a position on AMC options. You know, for a lot of those that been following me for a while, I've been saying how I started my journey in trading back in 2017. I actually started trading stocks and options. That's really where a lot of my knowledge came from, and I kind of moved a lot of that knowledge into crypto. And honestly, it's two different markets, two different things. I'm still learning every day. every day I'm still learning to become a better trader, to go ahead and become a better person, a better human being overall. But there's a lot of money to be made, guys, in these markets, and I think it's a really important to diversify your knowledge. You guys know how much I push knowledge and learning and doing all of that. You know how big I am on that. It's all about understanding and knowing these markets, because now you have more opportunities to make money, right? So even though, regardless of what happens to any of the meme tokens we talked about, I'm still making money because I'm trading what makes sense to me, right? I'm in a few stocks right now, trading options that I will be talking about moving forward on my Discord channel. I won't talk too much about it on YouTube because this YouTube's about crypto, right? There's plenty of YouTubers talking about stocks, but the reason why I'm showing you this is because I'm telling you and showing you how diversified I am. And my goal is for a lot of you, and if not all of you, to diversify your knowledge as well when it comes to these other markets, because there's a lot of money to be made. And if you know how to make money in these markets, trading in the stock market and crypto and even Forex, now you're able to multiply your ability to make money if a market's not doing well, right? If crypto's not doing well, then you can make money trading options. If options not doing well and crypto is, you can make money doing crypto, right? So I really do encourage all of you to go ahead and always expand your knowledge. But yeah, talking about all that, I just wanted to go ahead and show you. Go ahead and message me on Twitter, and if I haven't replied back to your messages, I will. I've literally just had to handle some things, and I went live. And also, like I mentioned, like I've been trading options, so I've been doing that as well. But message me, hit me up. You can just tell me like how your day is going. You know, tell me about a project you believe in. It doesn't matter. Just hit me up. Like I mentioned, my goal is to go ahead and build that tight community with all of you. I do talk to a lot of you every day. You know, Tillery. I talk to, who is it? Marco. I talk to a lot of you guys. So I really do encourage all of you to go ahead and give me a follow and message me. Because trust me, this next bull run, this community is going to be freaking popping, man. This community next freaking bull run, it's going to be popping. And this channel is going to go ahead and take off. So the more we can go ahead and build that tight foundation, the more we can go ahead and do that. Trust me, like when the channel takes off, it's just a matter of when. I don't know when. It could be tomorrow, today, in a month. I don't know. I know the channel's going to take off. When the channel takes off, it's going to be very difficult to go ahead and get a hold of me. I'll always do my best, but if you go ahead and reach out to me right now and we start building that relationship, that relationship's always going to be there regardless of how big the channel goes, right? So go ahead and reach out, give me a follow, and yeah, let's go ahead and see where things go moving forward. Let's go ahead and end the video with some Bitcoin TA, and then we're going to go ahead and end it there. Make sure to go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. I hope all of you are having a wonderful day today. So let's go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin right now. So analyzing Bitcoin, you know how bullish I've been on Bitcoin these last couple of days. I've told you about this trend that I've noticed that was going on. Is it still here? Did it get deleted, man? I think it got deleted. Snap. Why did it get deleted? Vegas EU token, yes. Hey, when does that go live, Tillery? Does it go live tomorrow? This is wild. If you actually go ahead and look at Binance on Bitcoin, you can actually see that Bitcoin had a wick all the way up at $140,000 back in June. Did anybody talk about this, man? Has anybody ever talked about this? I'm just realizing this right now. I just looked at the chart right now of Binance Bitcoin, and we see Bitcoin went as high as $135,000. That is insane, bro. That is freaking insane. $135,000. So that's a confirmation that area is very possible, man. Look at that. On this chart, we see Bitcoin go as high as $135,000. Like, I wonder what that was. That must have been like a massive liquidity grab, bro. Still waiting on announcement. Bet. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin. Dude, I'm looking for my chart, but I can't find the chart that I had. It's ridiculous. Oh well, I guess we're just gonna go ahead and use what we have. I don't know why my chart's not showing up. But I've been really bullish on Bitcoin, and I've been mentioning how we've been breaking out of this one pattern that I've noticed. And it's showing us and giving us signs of an uptrend. and we've been doing this, right? So right now I did mention that we need to go ahead and focus if we could go ahead and stay above $28,000. So let's go ahead and take a look at the 4 hourly real quick and analyze what's going on here. So in order for Bitcoin to be extremely bullish right now, what I would like to go ahead and see is I would like to go ahead and see Bitcoin break above this area of resistance right here. So we're seeing right now that we're kind of struggling to break above 28,051. It has been an area of resistance as we've seen right here back on yesterday, and we actually went ahead and we pumped back up. So we definitely do not want to go ahead and see this get rejected, because if we get rejected, it's not going to look too good. It doesn't mean that we can go up. We could go ahead and probably break down to $27,000 and then get another push to the upside before having that breakout. So we're going to go ahead and get a better sign over the weekend and see if Bitcoin is really going to be pushing to the upside. I know how I mentioned that Friday was going to be the day that we needed to wait for, but the day hasn't ended. So we're going to go ahead and see where things go. And maybe during the Asian market, we might go ahead and see a push to the upside. So I'm really excited and looking forward to that. But we're going to go ahead and see where things go moving forward. It's not a full-on indicator that Bitcoin is going to push to the upside. Right now, we are at a level of resistance. And this is typically an area that it sells off. So we're going to go ahead and see if we're going to be able to push to the upside. And if we do, I do think that some sort of a bull run is going to be coming our way. And that's something I'm very, very excited and looking forward to. And I hope all of you are as well. Just be very, very cautious when it comes to entering this market. Let me go ahead and take a look at the 1 hourly real quick. Same thing. Nothing has really changed. What about the 30-minute? Same thing on the 30-minute. We could go ahead and dump on the 30-minute chart. Looking at this, we could go ahead and dump to 27,500, which would actually be pretty healthy in my opinion. And then we're going to be able to go ahead and push to the upside. And obviously the next area of resistance after that, before this becomes our support, it's going to be 28,383. So I'm going to be looking at this very, very closely. I do think we're going to have some sort of volatility, some weekend volatility. Tillery says Vegas EU token. We still waiting on the announcement, bro. Quiet bull run incoming. Yeah, I do think some bull run is coming in my opinion. So right now, what I'm going to be looking at the charts these next coming days and the next coming hours, I'm going to go ahead and wait for the Asian market to open, which is going to be usually, it opens in about 2 hours. So once we go ahead and see some volatility either to the upside or downside, I'm going to go ahead and make a decision whether to go ahead and jump in long or short this market. But I will ideally be looking to go ahead and enter a position on Bitcoin at 27,588, riding the wave all the way up to 28,297. So this is what my plan is going to be. Just analyzing this right now. So let me go ahead and put some markers, because after I get off stream, I'm going to go ahead and place a position and all that. Only reason why I'm not doing it right now is because I got to transfer money from one account to another, and I kind of don't want to do that right now. It's going to be a hassle. Just not in the mood. We're still going long ways to drop down anyway. So we're going to go ahead and see where things go moving forward. I think this is what's going to happen in the next coming minutes, or maybe, because if we analyze on the 15-minute chart, we do see that we could go ahead and break down to 27,878 and then push to the upside. So I don't know. I'm going to look at this very, very closely. I'm going to analyze this, because I might go ahead and enter a position at 27,868, small position, and then go in at a bigger position at 27,599, and hopefully catch that to the uptrend on the 28,309. So we're gonna go ahead and see where things go moving forward. I don't know, but happy Friday, happy Saturday, happy Sunday, depending on the time that you're watching. Don't forget to go ahead and check out Vegas EU token. That's going to be going live. I don't know when. We still haven't decided on that, or the community. That's why I say we. I'm not associated with them, but we don't know when it's going to come out yet. I think I retweeted it here somewhere. Let me go ahead and see. Dude, where is it? Now I can't even find it, man. Vegas EU. Okay, it's right here. Found it. right here, Vegas Inu. So this is a token right here, Vegas Inu. It's going to be going live. I don't know when. Let's see. Do we see anything? Our VIT pre-sale start time will be announcing soon. So they just tweeted this about an hour ago. So I'm going to go ahead and retweet that on my Twitter. Like I mentioned, go ahead and give me a follow on Twitter. Let's go ahead and see where things go. But I'm probably going to be throwing in about $100. This is another YouTube, another content creator, December DeMarcus. He mostly talks about Shiba, so if that's something you're interested in, just go ahead and check him out on YouTube. This is his channel right here, December DeMarco. Is his thing right here. So go ahead and give him a look. Like I said, he's the one who's gonna be promoting this, or he's the founder of Vegas Inu. So go ahead and give this guy a look, and then go ahead and see if this is something you want to go ahead and jump into. I'm going to be jumping into. Tillery is a mod for his channel and for his Telegram. So yeah, go ahead and give this team a follow. Go ahead and check them out. Like I said, I'm not associated or affiliated with them. There's just a little alpha. I don't know what the token's going to do. I don't even know what the token's about. Honestly, I'm just jumping in just to go ahead and support another channel. That's really what I'm just doing this for. So I'm going to go ahead and throw a couple bucks in there, probably like $100 or $50 in there. I don't know. For sure, no more than $100. And then we're just going to go ahead and see where things go moving forward. And I'll keep all of you guys updated if we find or hear any news of any kind of a drop coming soon. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and see that. Anyways, I hope all of you have a wonderful day today. Friday or Saturday, depending on the time that you're in. Always remember to go ahead and support the channel by using my MEXC link down below. Currently giving all the way up to $20,000 in sign-up bonuses. No KYC. It takes less than 3 seconds to go ahead and create an account. Right now, I am waiting on the launch of the token Safe Run. So I will go ahead and be taking a break, claiming my tokens, and probably trying to go ahead and pump out another video before I can. I'm going to try about 4 BNB. So it looks like Tillery is going to be throwing about 4 BNB, which is about $1,000. So that's going to be a nice little trade on that one. So yeah, right now I just don't feel comfortable in the market, honestly. So that's kind of the reason why I'm not throwing no more than $100. It's just not what I feel comfortable with. So like I always mention, guys, always just invest in what you're willing to lose. Always invest in what you think it's right for you. Risk to reward is going to be different to a lot of people. Right now, my risk is only $100. To Tillery's, his risk is $1,000. So, you know, we're all different. It doesn't make anybody better or less. We all have a different plan. Yeah, we're all somewhat in this together, but at the end of the day, it all comes down onto what your goals and your mindset is. And remember, this channel is all about just giving you a secondhand outlook of the market. You know, we're not here to convince anybody. We're not here to do any of that. We don't do that here, and I don't want you to do that. If you're in this channel to go ahead and be convinced to buy something or you know, do something, this is definitely not the channel for you. You know how much I preach to always have a free mind and always come up with your own decisions and your own beliefs, and this channel is just really one of those channels to just go ahead and appreciate the content and then just come up with your own opinion on what you want to do and what works best for you. So with that being said, make sure to take profits and take a look at the market. I think a lot of money will be made in these next coming weeks. Very, very excited. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Support the channel by using my MEXC link down below. As I mentioned, you can go ahead and leverage trade all the way up to 200x on a lot of these meme tokens. And make sure, what was I going to say? Have a great weekend. Have a great Friday, good morning, good night, good afternoon. I'll catch all of you guys